I could probably work it back in, but it's kind of borderline, so I just took it off. So you got to scrape the skin off of the top of it, because this stuff has a very poor shelf life. It's oil-based, so it has linseed oil in it and gum turpentine. It also has Portland cement and plaster of Paris, and then some lamp black is what makes it dark like that. So so the oils start to go off, and they, just like with oil paint, oil paint, you open up an old can, it'll have a skin on there, you got to kind of peel off. Same with this stuff. So when I buy this stuff, the first thing I do is I kind of squish the can to make sure it hasn't turned into a brick. And my recommendation is to buy the half pint, buy the smallest quantity you can, because don't look at your window and go, oh, I'm going to need a gallon of this stuff, because I've got a bunch of big projects coming up. Because if you do buy a gallon, you need to use it like within a month, because it'll start to go bad on you, and it's really expensive. And it goes a long ways. Like this half pint will probably do 3 or 4 of these, right? We may end up using, about most of the can to begin with. We'd probably use at least half of it, probably this amount here. We'd probably use about this much on, maybe on this side. So we're going to spread this all over the place, but we're going to take that much of it back off and put it back in the jar. Just a little bit gets left behind. So it's kind of like grout for tile, right? Just a little bit of it gets left inside the channel. There's a little bit of space in there, so a little bit of it gets left behind.
Others.
Yeah, or holes, or where some windows may use a little more putty than others, yes. But
is this the normal color, or this is the black color?
There's 2 kinds. You can get white and black. And sometimes when I go to a house and I have an old repair to do on an old window, sometimes the putty originally was more of a gray color, so what I'll do is I'll mix a little bit of white in with it so you can mix it to match. But this black works really well because it hides really well in the metal, because the metal's going to turn black. So if you use white putty, which the white is made for installing your window, like once it's installed into an old frame or a sash, that's that little bevel of putty around the edge to seal it on the outside. That's old school. And so that's the white. It's the same compound.